Alright, guys. Uh, it said last week that I wanted to do a follow up once I had played with the changes a little bit for this season 15. Um, so, only a few things really stick out. A lot of the things kind of feel whatever, like the Havoc changes to the turbocharger do not feel very bad or very good. It's kind of just like an adjustment. You don't really notice it a whole lot. First off, Broken Moon. I think it's a really good map, honestly. It's a pretty good mix between Olympus and World's Edge. It has a lot of open spaces, a lot of mobility options to traverse the map, yet there's not a lot of empty space like King's Canyon. This last iteration of King's Canyon feels really bad because there's a lot of high ground, not a lot of low ground. If you're not on high ground, you are in big trouble. Um, So that's one thing I like. While there is verticality to this new map, it's a lot more horizontal activity, and you don't have to worry about being high ground as much as just finding a good place to have cover. So that's good. Perfect. Love it. That's what I like about it. There are some iffy things about it, but I think they're just kinks that need to get worked out with when they get around to the new iteration of the map in a couple of more seasons. So I like Broken Moon. Very nice. Feels good. Uh, Next, Catalyst. Catalyst feels like a very good defensive option for a legend. Uh, Let me go ahead and look at her real quick. Barricade feels good if you're trying to just wall up. There's a lot of ability to outplay people with. Using a building and its doors, as they can't just open doors and get at you. It allows you to move around a lot. The Q feels okay. It kind of throws people into weird pathing patterns. The big part that I like about her is, despite being a defensive legend and having these two abilities, her ult is very good at letting you just get away. If you need an escape tool or a rotation tool, Dark Veil is a very good ultimate. There's not a lot of legends that have ultimates like this. Valkyrie is a similar one. You become more vulnerable while you're doing her ult than to Dark Veil, but it's a very good pseudo mobility ult. So I like Catalyst. She feels good. She doesn't feel useless like Mirage does. Loba sometimes feels a little useless, but she has good supportability. So that's what I like about Catalyst. Let's move on. Couple more things to talk about real quick. Mastiff. Mastiff got hard nerfed for hipfire, and I'll show you why. So we're gonna run over here real quick to a fresh target, fresh enough. Don't hipfire the Mastiff. The big thing about the Mastiff is that if you hipfire it, it does fine damage. If you ADS it, it does a lot more damage. So what you want to do is while you're like in a fight, you want to get a quick ADS. You want to do quick ADSs with this. So that's one. The changes they made to it made it just worse as a hipfire weapon and better as a quick ADS weapon. The PK is kind of comparable in that, but you know, Mastiff, if you want to use a Mastiff, make sure you're doing a quick ADS. Second off, G7. G7 changes are very, very good. Having no bounce before, it would be like that, but your gun would move up a lot more, so it's a lot harder to do that. Now, as you see, it's a lot easier to stay on target. Very good. I like the G7 changes. They feel very nice. Even if there was a little bit of damage drop off. Whatever. I'm fine with that. Rampage. I like the Rampage changes. They feel good. Problem is that the Rampage, even as a care package weapon, is still relatively low tier. So if you can get away from it, don't use the Rampage. If you have to use a Rampage because you're out of ammo on a gun or whatever, it's fine. It's not the worst. Don't waste your shots, though, because you'll run out of, your charge real fast. So you need to make sure you have either good aim with it, or you need to have another thermite to charge it up. And finally, the RE45. Love it. Opening up on a target with an RE45 with disruptor rounds feels great, just as I thought it would. Being able to destroy their shield and then either finish them off quickly or switch to another weapon to finish them off is perfect. Love it. It's hard to beat in a close range fight, even if you're on PC. A lot of people want to use it as a controller weapon because it's got low ammo count in a clip. It's still fine on PC, If you can, use it. Use that damn thing as your secondary close range weapon. Aside from that, there's not a whole lot that was changed. Not a whole lot else to talk about, but yeah. I can't think of a whole lot else. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot else that was changed. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the first week playing this game, or this season, I mean. Let me know what you think. If I'm wrong, whatever. I know some people don't like Broken Moon, but it is what it is, Whatever. Alright. Until next time. Oh, by the way, if you want me to talk about some other changes or games or whatever, just let me know. I'll get to it eventually. If I have to do these like once a week, that's fine. I don't mind. But yeah, give me a comment. I don't care. I'll read them. Alright, thank you. Bye.